Gotcha. Alright, so we're good to go.
Smoke's down.
Like, am I able to start commentating?
I'm not sure if they can hear us. It doesn't say we're live, so.
I know exactly where you
No,
are.
that's because it starts delayed.
Okay, yeah. If you want to, you can
So-
just continue commentating, and if it's there, it's there, and if it's not, it's not.
Alright, well, okay, we're back, people. Sorry about that delay. We just need to make it to where no team can possibly stream so that get an unfair advantage. We're now at the 4-4, and Spike is still stuck on B. Looks like Canadian Hitmen have a good hold on it. That's a very good sky laser from Larson to just lure the rest of the enemies out into their team's crossfires. Although Zarek does win the gunfight, surprisingly, despite the positional disadvantage, and the Canadians managed to get the Spike down. In the kind of default, not really the default spot, but kind of like the secondary position. Sage is still kind of stuck on Gong. As what's called big retake. Lemons just managed to pre-fire through the smoke, taking out Xenix, and then Eclipse just nice quick spray down on Zarek to end it off. It's really difficult to retake against that Viper. So excellent stuff from them.
Yeah, Eclipse able to use that ability to jump straight up on the box and be above everyone else when there's a huge smoke field, and was able to drop down and get the kill.
Yeah, it's definitely something that can't be undervalued. Grimme, speaking of undervalued, Grimme was able to get his hands on an up. Not sure if that was carried over. I'm pretty sure that was carried over from the last round. So good job on them realizing that was there and saving it, carrying it over. That's going to be a massive advantage for the defense here.
I believe he purchased it because the only people alive was Eclipse and Eclipse and Limits, unless one of them saw it and picked it up and then gave it to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think happened. Oh my goodness, there's just gonna be a massive rush down. Hey, look here, hold up. I think we're missing the action here. What is this? Oh, look, that chaotic push doesn't look like it'll come to an end. As they're like, yeah, that's probably not the best course of action. Although it does force a lot of resources over towards A site in order to prepare for such a push to happen again. And the Canadians, they're gonna take advantage of the chaos and rotate themselves over to mid or possibly even to C. Although a large amount of their team is still kind of waiting by short. Possibly trying to get something to happen up A, and yep, they're gonna go for it once again. To see this nice aggressive take from them, using those short-term jet clouds. These gunfights are going a bit 50-50, but overall, Canadians seem to be in control, and Baiters once again in an uphill battle. However, it's not one that they can't come out on top of. There might even be a resin from Kefarfer here. But it doesn't look like they're gonna worry too much about it. They're just gonna focus on holding the site. And it looks like there will be an effort from Baiters in order to get back here. Nothing happening just yet, but they do manage to peek out, taking out Kefarfer, although it's immediately traded out by Xenix. And all it's up is to Grimme to no avail. As once again, Canadians will win the round, and they are in match point.
Yeah, Canadians are doing really well right now. They're all performing amazingly. They're cycling their abilities, then pushing really aggressive on A, baited out some abilities, and they were able to rotate back. They forced a rotation, then pushed back into the site with a pick, and there was no waved reinforcements from everyone rotating back because there was only 2 people that could rotate in, versus something like 3 or 4 people rotating in.
Yeah, definitely. Bit of a tough situation for them to deal with, especially with that much pressure. Speaking of pressure, Baiters are going to be under a lot of pressure in order to come back against Canadians here, as the 12v 12 to 8 is not the scoreboard you want to be going up against, going into. Speaking of which, losing Limits early on there, your top fragger, is definitely going to be a massive loss to Baiters here. Going to be wanting that one back badly. Although, still very winnable situation for them. The knives do come out from both sides, so it's going to be pretty nasty. Although Eclipse is still over by A, so not really gonna be able to take advantage of it. Meanwhile, rest of the Canadians seem to be focusing all their attention towards C. Yanks them 2 massive frags to win over Garage. And right now, it's gonna be puzzling to see how Baiters try to retake this, or if it's even possible.
Yeah, Eclipse has to go really crazy with these knives. He has to get at least 3 with them and then continue to trade with his teammate in order to win this.
Yep. It's nothing. Oh no!
He missed all
He
5
just-
knives and died.
He chokes on the knives. I think he only hit 1, and now all it's up. It's just up for Somerset. So far, the lowest fragger in the lobby. He's gotta do his best to turn it back for his team when it really matters. Although time is burning, and overall, just not much utility for him to use there. And this one will go to the Canadian Hitmen. What a match!
It was very close during the entire beginning of the game, and then the Canadian Hitmen just started walking away with it, and they couldn't the Baiters just couldn't catch up to the score.
This is an interesting score right here. Limits clearly had more kills than anyone on the than anyone, and the only one that came close to him on the side of Canadians was was PhD. However, if you look at how like the consistency across the board for the Canadian Hitmen, they just seem to play a lot better as a unit overall, where there were kind of just more like pop-off players for baiters, where some people kind of had a hard time pulling their weight. Of course, you're going to have your support players, you're going to have people with their off days, but right now it just looked like Canadian Hitmen, from everyone from their supports to their fraggers, they just seem to play pretty consistently series long.
Yeah, they were definitely very consistent. They've clearly been scrimming since the game came out, and they've put a lot of effort into this game, and hopefully they have a good future ahead of them coming into this game called Valorant. Hopefully the devs take this in the right direction.
What, this game's called Valorant? I thought this was called CS:GO Overwatch. What are you talking about?
No, it's called Team Fortress Overwatch.
Ah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, they need to add tradable hats and stuff. That way they can have crazy hats running around corners before their character models do and give them away. Well,
All right.
I believe that was it for this match, and I'm going to thank you, NTU, for joining me on this. I'm not sure if we have another one to cast after this or not.
I believe there is one more after this one. I don't have the credentials on the teams involved in that, but do stick around as do stick around as
There
I'm
will be more
pretty
matches in the
sure there's
future.
one more tonight.
Yeah.
But there definitely will be more in the future, way more in the future.
Thanks for joining us, guys, and watch out for those announcements coming out for the next match, possibly coming up here in the next few minutes.